Okay, this is Disc Junkie, and today I'm a little bit on the move to this out-of-town flea market that's only open on Saturdays. I have to drive for like an hour to get there. It's a fairly big flea market, but the overall reason why I want to go there isn't exactly because of the size, but more because it is countryside. And usually countryside will mean prices are better, you tend to find things that might not be as common on like the bigger, wouldn't say city flea markets, but flea markets that are just, you know, not as countryside. So, I mean, the overall idea is that we are going to this flea market. And I mean, I'm obviously excited about the flea market. There is another thing which feels much more exciting today. I went to this place like, I don't know, maybe a month ago. Sorry for sorry about the shaky camera. Let me just get up onto some better road here for a bit. Just give me a second, we will be getting onto some better road, because this is still kind of bumpy, and it will undoubtedly be bumpy unless I sort of hold down the camera like this, which stabilizes a little bit, but I'm sorry, you're in for a bumpy ride. There we go, good old asphalt. So, what I was saying is that I went to this flea market about a month ago. I sort of just happened to stumble upon this small countryside secondhand store. Primarily books, you know, name of the store, primarily books. And then it says sort of in smaller writing beneath it, and movies and music. So yeah, primarily books, movies and music. I just decided to go inside and have a look to see what it was like. There was not much there. It was a lot of books, not a lot of videotapes. Found like a single tape, I think, an old copy of Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He was pricing them very, very reasonably. I think he wanted like 1 Swedish crown per tape or something, which is nothing. Not saying that that particular tape was particularly collectible, but for 1 crown, I'll definitely pick it up. Started talking to him after I've sort of rummaged through all of his tapes, and I asked him, do you have any more tapes? And he was like, yeah, I got a bunch of tapes, but they're all at home, so I'm gonna bring them to the store as soon as I, you know, have the ability. So I asked him to let me know when he would be able to bring some stuff. I gave him my phone number, and then this morning he called me, and I wasn't looking at the display, so I'm just like, hello, and he's like, yeah, this is Tony, and I'm like trying to rack my mind. I didn't even know his name, but sort of based on recognizing the voice, I'm like, oh, okay, hi Tony. And he's like, just wanted to tell you that I brought the movies. And I'm like, oh cool, that's great, because I'm going today, so I'll definitely swing by once I'm done with the flea market. And I sort of asked him like, how long's the store open? And he's like, I'm open until 4, but just so you know, it's gonna take you like an hour to go through the tapes. And I'm like, okay, how many tapes does this guy have? So yeah, I have really no idea what I'm to expect. To be honest, I'm not expecting too much, because, you know, I'm a collector, I know what I want, so I mean, going through tapes, I don't think it's gonna take an hour. Hopefully I'll be able to find something, and I mean, it's gonna take me like an hour to get there, so yeah, I'll be driving for an hour, and then I'll catch up with you again on camera. Right, so we are now closing in on like the, well, I guess town is a bit of a strong word in this case, but yeah, I'm just passing through like the nearest town, now out on like the back roads here, and I'm just now passing the turn-off point for the second-hand store, but I'm gonna be going back to that once I'm done with the flea market, 4 or 5 minutes away from the sort of center of town. And it's just off the road like this. Doesn't look like much. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of stuff going on, but then you can't see it. It's just on the left here. So let me just find a place to pull over and park. And I mean, it's not the biggest flea market in history. Trying to find a place to park. Just park over here. Right there. Flip the camera like so. And we are good to go. Like I said, it's not like the biggest in history, but here you can see it behind me. It's just like, yeah, That's about how big it is. It's just like a regular car boot sale, which I go to all the time. It's just more countryside, so let's see what we can find.
Tjena!
Hur är läget?
Tror du att det var ett helvete?
Jaså?
Jag har blivit lurad som var igen.
Nej.
Jo, säkert.
Det tror jag väl ändå inte.
Lurad.
Vadå då?
Det här är gammalt.
Jaha, okej.
Annars då?
Jo, nej men det är bra. Jag köpte en sån där då.
Oj. Att du inte har det på dig då?
Ja, det kan jag inte ha. Det känns som bara nu är det stiligt. Här är Leffe.
Hejsan.
Min kompis Leffe.
Hej. Och så, vad ska vi säga mer?
Jag vet inte vad vi ska säga mer. Vi får säga lycka till med försäljningen helt enkelt.
Ja, precis. Tack ska du ha.
Ha det bra. Gotta love Leffe. Or Leif. Just an awesome guy. Det var för lite nitar. Alright, so I'm done at the flea market today. Seems everyone's sort of packing up, so thought I might get going anyway. Not a whole bunch of finds today, but I did get 2 items. Briefly show you what my finds were. Just get them out of the bag here. So here's the first one of those elastic wristbands with spikes, 10 crowns. And my second find, probably the best find today, like an almanac or something. Haven't counted the pages, but it is copyrighted in 1959, so here's an actual vintage one. I know some of these are unrated. I mean, they're not very graphic, it's just basically pin-up stuff, but some of them, there's a bit of a nipple on there, so yeah. And now I am getting back in a driving seat and just gonna head on over to, just spotted a couple of people interested in my lovely car there. I love people who like my style. Yeah, now we are off to the second-hand shop and see if we find any kind of collectible VHS tapes over there. And just waiting for the traffic. There we go. All right, back on the road. And can also just talk briefly about my friend Leffe. We met maybe like a month ago, I think. Just sort of started running into each other at the flea market. He was selling stuff. I sort of saw my outfit and my spikes and you know, sort of punk shoes and whatever. And he was just like, so what's the deal? Like, are you in like a band or something? And I'm like, no, this is just me. This is just the way I am. I like to dress in alternate fashion. And he's just this really friendly, nice guy. You know, impressive beard and stuff. I mean, it's not like we hang out or anything, but we sort of became like flea market friends. We run into each other because we go to a lot of the same flea markets on weekends. Really enjoy meeting him. But yeah, we're already getting to the turning point here. So here is the sign for books. Sorry, for mostly or primarily books, movies and music. So now we're heading off to this even smaller community. So this is not actually the sort of central of town. This is like a outskirts of town. And like I've said, I've been here before, like twice. Mainly because, you know, the first time I was just looking around. Second time I just came back to see if the guy had brought the tapes that he was talking about bringing, and now I know that he's actually brought them, so it's going to be really interesting to see what he has. So, just another turn here, and let's see, trying to remember where it is. It should be right around here. I mean, it's definitely, you really have to follow the signs to get there. But here we are. And as the sign says, they are open. Right, let me just park. Tjena Tom. Hur är läget?
Jo du, jag gick upp 7.
Nu har jag jobb, okej. Ja, då får vi. Var ska jag börja?
Det här ute. Det är roligt, jag gjorde i ordning 400-500 vet du. Ja, för mycket fram. Men jag har där i bak ett trasiga kassar och skit. Lägga i riktiga kartonger. Får du plocka här utifrån.
Okej.
Lägga över.
Jag har ju bröd med dig också.
Ja, ifall man blir kvar länge.
Jag letar då. Let's see what we can find in here. Obviously really hard to know what to expect from this. Seems like it's a lot of 90s retail clamshells. But hopefully we'll find something here. You know what they say, never get into some guy's van, but I'm gonna do exactly that. Let's clear them. We're gonna get through this otherwise, because there is actually quite a bit of tapes in here. Not really sure if anything of value, but let's just keep going through. Well, that was, sorry to say, quite pointless. The simple way to put it is that I just spent like 45 minutes rummaging through tapes that are not even worth the paper they're printed on, to be honest. So this is the stuff that I got. First of all, we got, I don't even know what this is called, the original title. Is there even a title printed on it? Oh, anyway. I just picked this up. It's not a huge collectible, but it was worth whatever you wanted, 1 crown or whatever. Then I also picked up Crocodile Dundee 2. Swedish SLT. This is definitely not a collectible, but it is a title I'll be happy to add to my collection, because I do have a lot of SLT titles, the yellow spine, so yeah, I thought it was worth 1 crown. Then I actually picked up 2 Blu-rays, because he had some stuff like that as well. First one is The Brood, classic horror movie, and this is the Swedish special edition on Blu-ray. I think he wanted like 5 crowns for these or something, 5 or 10. And second one I picked up is Alien Origin, which I think it's sort of like a found footage movie. I'm not 100% sure, but based on like the back cover description of the plot, it sounds like it might be. But I don't know, I haven't seen it, but figured what the hell, for cheap, thought it would be worth buying. And I seem to remember someone mentioning it, like Schmoller with Babylon, or someone else talking about being like a B movie, but still pretty decent, so that is essentially it. Didn't exactly go like I wanted it to. Was sort of hoping to find something really valuable in that van. Truth be told, when I was sort of going through it, I sort of spotted a couple of these titles which I feel like I think I've seen before, like I've actually seen that specific tape probably dug through this lot before, like at a flea market or somewhere else. So yeah, not a lot of stuff there, but I'm essentially done for the day, and yeah. I want to say thank you very much for watching. I got about a 1-hour drive to get back to the civilization now. But yeah, really hope you all enjoyed it. And as usual, hope to see you all next time.